Okay folks, Tuesday evening, just after 6 o'clock. We're expecting rain tonight. Hopefully not too bad. Currently saying about 5 millimeters. Starting around 10 and going through well 3. But it keeps fluctuating. Earlier and later, more and less. As long as that's about the ballpark. I haven't put the other tarp on. I haven't really had a chance. So we've still got the old tarp with the rip down the top, covering the roof, which is ripped clean in half. Let's hope it's not too bad. I'm facing into the wind now, so if we just take a look around, here's the skies that we've got. It was sunny this morning. This afternoon's been cloudy most of the time. Sometimes thicker, sometimes thinner, but it's been cloudy more or less all of it. But if I'm facing into the wind now, then that's the weather that's coming towards us. It doesn't look too bad as yet. But as I said, we've got 3 or 4 hours before it's predicted to start. Now the forecast each hour is for like 40, 50, 60%, and then there's a band somewhere in the middle there, midnight while 2, where it's like 60 or 70% chance of happening. We'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, the weather app is saying 5 millimeters. We'll see, won't we? I got tarps inside the tent to cover the bed if needs be. I'm off the ground. There's an issue if it does run down the insides of the tent. My mattress does just touch the wall on 2 sides, usually. Although at the minute I've got it pulled back from one of the walls, creating a problem for me at the foot of the bed. But the head of the bed is off the wall now, so I only really need to protect the mattress along its length down the side. Let's see how it goes. Okay folks, I think unless there's any major developments, that'll be it. I won't be releasing this until the morning, so wish me luck. I think it's the first rain of the new year, is it? No, we had some last night, but nothing worth mentioning. Okay folks, bye for now. That's not how I say goodbye, is it? Okay folks, from Tina and from me, Delta Mike, out. Okay folks, 5 past midnight and it's raining. Quite heavily actually, it has been for a little while now, about an hour. This is the heaviest it's been. I just want to show you this though. Look at these in the precipitation section here. 90% chance of 0.3 millimeters. 0.3 of a millimeter, so next to nothing. But it's hammering it down. But look at the next 4 or 5 hours. 80 and 90% chance of 0.8 of a millimeter, 1.3 of a millimeter, 3 millimeters, 1.3 millimeters. Total daily volume, 0 millimeters. Let's take the 90% and say that that's okay. That's almost 100% chance of 1.3 millimeters at 2 o'clock. But today is going to be 0 millimeters. Fantastic. The holes in the ceiling, or in the roof, it's not a ceiling, it's a roof, are creating distinct areas of water ingress. I've got drips coming past me now onto the floor. I don't know if you can see. They are just drips for now. These are the early beginnings of water ingress. I'm just looking to see. Yeah, I've got a waterproof blanket on the bed Look, well, it's not fully waterproof anymore. Old picnic blanket. But we have got water. I mean, it's running down as it always does on the outsides there, but I've got a tap down the side of the bed to try and protect. This corner's particularly bad, but like I said, I've got taps above my head. Pretty bad, but the roof here has never dripped like this. This is now because the tarp is split. Yeah, look, we've got a drip. I don't know if I'll better catch it on camera. Yeah, oh, I just went. I don't know if the camera saw it. And we're in the first hour and a half of 5 hours of rain. And it's a lot heavier now than the forecast says. So that's interesting. Okay folks, hopefully I won't need to do more updates later, but if I need to, I will. Whoa! Okay folks, 10:30 Wednesday morning, 10th of January, and that was quite a night. That was quite a night. It started raining somewhere 10 o'clock-ish. Slow and steady. Wasn't a worry, was no problem. But somewhere around 11 it picked up steam. And by midnight, 12:30, we had what looked like serious problems. Actual damp patches spreading on the ceiling. There we go. On the roof of the tent, and dripping, water running down the walls. Big damp patches, not just drips running down, but big patches running down. Patches in the, like I said, in the roof of the tent. And dripping. And not just off to the side of it, but actually dripping onto the bed, which was a first. And given that this was just 1.5, 2 hours into 5 or 6 hours of rain, according to the forecast, that was a bit of a worry. But then, I mean, the rain carried on and it was just as heavy, but something about the fabric of the tent took the water off to the sides. It stopped dripping down. It ran down the walls, and as you saw in the earlier video, we've got tarps specifically down the edges of the bed that touch the sides or that are close to the sides of the tent. So any water that is there, those tarps are wet. I'm going to have to bring those out to dry later. But it stopped dripping onto the bed, which was the good thing. Now the sides of the tent are wet through inside, and stuff on the bottom at the bottom of the walls is probably going to be wet. I'm going to have to check all that. But we survived. We got through okay, dry and warm. As warm as you can be in the winter in a tent. But yeah, that was interesting. There's wet patches on the floor. Well, there were. They're kind of drying now. I got up in the night and had to step around, not so much puddles, but in my kind of, not bare feet, I got socks on, but you know, when I'm walking around, I didn't want to step in these damp areas. Didn't want wet feet for the night. But no, like I said, we got through and we're alright. And the weather today is going to be cloudy but dry, so hopefully we can get some drying done, anything that needs it. I'll start with the tarps, see where we go from there. I'm hoping that the mattresses, some of the tarps have got holes that some of them are old. Some water does get the wrong side of them. I'm hoping it hasn't made for wet mattresses. I've got 2 mattresses, one on the other, and the bottom one tends to get the water first and then it soaks up. Hopefully we haven't got any of that, or if we have, there's no real problem. It should just dry naturally as long as we don't have more rain. So now we're just waiting to see if we get any sun at all. Got the solar panels out, but I'm not too worried. We survived. Okay folks, Delta Mike out.